Okay, hello dear friends, good evening, such a beautiful, beautiful evening. And this is a Friday evening. Isn't it the best thing in the world? So I am thinking of having some tea, evening tea. And there are a lot of things that is more than just tea. So we will start from the tea caddy. And this caddy, from time to time, I have collected a lot of different little tea tins and little caddies. But this one holds very dear to me. It is very dear to me. My son went to China when he was in 4th grade. They had a school trip. Gosh, 4 years old. Not 4 years old. 4th grade. 10, 11 years old, 10 years old. They went to China with a school trip. And so they went to Hangzhou. And Hangzhou is famous for teas and many other things, for the beautiful lake. And when coming back, 2 weeks didn't see him. I survived. I was happy not seeing him, not seeing him. But it's just, you know that feeling. You finally got some free time, but you miss so much. Yeah, that motherly feeling. Okay, so he came back and opened up his backpack, not even in the luggage. In his backpack, he carried it back. And this one. And it's not even green tea of Hangzhou. It's a fruit tea, a special fruit tea. I think from that time, China start to drink fruit tisane, very à la mode. It's very aromatisé. A lot of fruits, a mélange of fruits, a mixture of a salad of fruits. And so this is the can he gave me. Oh my gosh, how many years ago? Almost 10 years ago. So this is the little can. So I cherish it very much. And actually every of these tea cans is special because I do not buy it now. And for a long time, I do not buy it. I just do not want to have too many things. But my family bought me. My husband bought some tea with beautiful cans, and he will choose the beautiful cans. Actually, when I went to France, I buy tea because of the container. Anyway, so this is it. And tonight we are going to drink some tisane, or a special kind of East African. Yes, I think it's South Africa or East African. It's an African rooibos. Rooibos. There was one time one friend corrected me or suggested me or commented rooibos, red bush. This is a red bush tea. I have never seen the real plant, how it looks, but it's a beautiful, wonderful tea. And it smells a little bit fruity, a little bit acidic, and I have a very, very undertone, not at all offensive, not like vanilla, so strong, not like fruit, pina colada, not like pineapple, not like coconut, has very strong flavor, citron, or it does not have, it's something so tamed, so tender, and in the evening is particularly good. So I have boiled some water. Now I go to get my water, and we will drink some of this tea. You will wait me really. Oh. And here, which color do we use? We have green color. As a teacher, you have a lot of papers all the time, right? Blue color, orange color. So we go with purple for now. And I go get my cup and water. Waiting. I bet you know what I am going to show you. Yes. The spoon box. The spoon box. Okay. The water has not boiled. Which one do we use? This one. I closed my eyes. Oh, this one. Okay, we will use this one. Okay, I go get the water, okay? Okay, it must have taken too much time. I'm sorry. So here is the tea before it is getting, before the water gets too cold. 1 spoon and a half, and we will pour in boiling water, absolutely boiling, and steep it for some time. And the color is relatively golden color. It's a beautiful color, very beautiful color. So this is rooibos, and people say it is good for calming down and for whatever reason. I am not a doctor, I am not a therapist, I am not certified for anything, and it's only talking for myself, to myself. So sometimes in the middle of the night, I do want to drink something, and there are times I am okay with tea. There are times I just want to have a change, not drinking tea with tea in, day in with caffeine. So I drink this. This one does not have caffeine. And so I was hesitating between the cups. So this time we will use this cup because it's single layer, so it is relatively quicker to get cooled down. And the tea is a little bit sweet and sour, very natural sweet and sour, and the color is actually quite strong. I will show you with white paper as background. Get a piece of white paper. Do I have white paper? some mathematical sketch paper. This one can be used to my schedule, old schedule. Okay, you can take a look. Now it's around a few minutes, and okay, so when you make tea, this tea is not too strong, so it's okay to put a little bit more, and do not make a very few tea, because the flavor is not well balanced. You make sure to have a decent amount of water, so the flavor can have a better mixture, better melange, a better harmonization, equilibrium, and that way the tea is better. It's like cooking. Some food is just good when you cook in big quantity. The flavor, the slow stew, you use a small pot, it just does not have the volume to produce a very balanced flavor. So this is that case. You use relatively decent amount of water. And yesterday I got one friend asking me one question. Let me pull up that question. So we will do a blah 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 philosophical tea. It's about something like, okay, I will not pull it up. Just randomly say the idea of it. So one friend asked, Hai-Ying, do you have any job you absolutely dislike, but you have to do for financial reason or for whatever reason? I do not know whatever reason. Anyway, for some reason, you have to do it. So if you like this tea, I will still put into this recycled my Kusmi tea cans, and put it in and ship it to you. This time I will not do the free shipping one, the free giving away, and this time it's purely asking your kindness, your donation in the sense of put it on my Etsy shop. If you are interested, you get it. If this is not something you are interested in, not a problem at all. I will keep on making this. Everyone has different, everyone's condition is different. And my story today is about this difference. Everyone is different. You want to support me, want to keep me going, you can do this. Go to Etsy shop. And you do not want to buy and still you want to listen, definitely, whichever way, it's all good. So this friend mentioned the YouTube comments. Do you have something you absolutely dislike but you have to do for financial reason? And can you talk about it from your own experience, draw from your own experience talking about it? So I am thinking about it. Do I have anything that I absolutely dislike? It seems not that much. The reason may be different. Maybe because I'm just such a tamed, not tame, a do person, or no character person. I do not hate things that much. And I am relatively a more tolerable person. I know from my life calmness is my superpower, and adaptation and surrender is one of my strengths. I can accept things and deal with things. So there is really, I cannot think about something that I absolutely dislike. But in my life, do I have in a certain job that I absolutely dislike? A certain part of it, it definitely have. I have it. So put into perspective, maybe I have a narrow point I absolutely dislike. Maybe you have a particular thing you absolutely dislike, but we share the common sense, but we share the common feeling that we need to deal with our internal preference in order to live our life to the fullest, in order to carry on with our life. Everyone experiences different things, but at the end of the day, I am a person that composes all the full emotion, same as you have the full emotion. You have happiness, you have sadness, you have anger, you have calm. We all have it. So it's very much how we deal with it. And one of the things I say, do not be angry. It does not help to be angry. One thing is that train yourself with a certain way of thinking, and think positively or think creatively, whichever way you want to train yourself to think that way. Target it and speak it out. I always say in my art class, there is no mistake in art. And I can feel it. It becomes something so ingrained in my students. And every day in class, and I will hear students say something that is very true, very original. And it may hurt parents, it may hurt other teachers. And they say, I do not think art class is art class. I never think it's a class. It's my free time. For me, I think this is a very good appraisal. I give them something to do. I ask them to do something, and they have a choice to do or not to do. This independent thinking is very important. We need to bring up that sense that it's okay to be wrong. And it's not just in class you learn, oh, it's okay to be wrong. Class, everyone say it. No, it's in this very subtle practice of life, and you do not even notice it. And when the students say this, she did not even think that it will hurt me, it will hurt other people, because it's so natural. You know what I'm saying, right? So, train yourself. It doesn't help to be angry. Whenever you have time, whenever you meet something, say it, speak it out. It doesn't help to be angry. For you, maybe you will say, it doesn't help to be stressed. 着急也没有用，着急也没有用，着急没有用，着急一点用都没有。你不用着急，别着急，着急也没有用。It doesn't help to be stressed. Don't be stressed out. Stress out does not help you. In many ways, speak it out. Make it into a language. Make it into a language you are comfortable with. So today, as I was driving, I was listening to my YouTube channels, different channels, because there is some YouTube suggestion. It's just naturally pop up a video, another video. Once there were two guys. Their life gets stuck, and they dislike their job. They totally dislike their job. They hate their job. They hate their boss. They hate their relation. They hate their work environment. Everything. They just so dislike it. They feel stuck. They cannot move on. What to do? So they decided to go to a temple. 去一个庙里去，有这么2个人就卡在那儿了。什么这日子过得就特别不顺，是工作上的事儿。不喜欢老板，不喜欢工作环境，不喜欢工作的那些事儿，他就想，我这怎么办呢？我就恨死这，我还必须做这个，就去庙里花了点钱上香，去庙里，特虔诚，花了点钱，然后呢就问那个老道，问老道说，你看我们现在的生活。这工作呀，是他也不喜欢，我也不喜欢，这个怎么办呢？老道听他们讲这个不好，讲那个不好，就把他们的苦都诉出来了。老道一直不说话，在那儿闭着眼睛静坐打坐。过了好长时间，老道说了一句话：“就是一碗饭。”他们俩就走了，花完钱了，就取了真经了，这俩人就走了。走了就回家的路上啊，说这老道说的是什么意思？我怎么一头雾水，什么也没想出来，不知道是怎么回事儿。回家了，就路上就俩人就瞎琢磨，想。后来他们俩就开始，慢慢的好像悟出点儿，也就是一碗饭，是不是老道说？就是这一碗饭，别那么当回事儿。后来他们俩就想，肯定是这个意思，悟出了真道，回去了。回家以后，一个人不干了，就这一碗饭，不干了，回家去农村种田、种树、种果子、种菜。几年以后。他那田，他那树，他那果子，他那个菜种的特别好。他不光种的好，他还卖的特别好，发了财了，生活特别好，生意越做越大。另外一个人没走，还在那公司做，在那公司里做，还在原来那个地方过。也不知道怎么回事。他也不较劲了，也不跟老板较劲，也不跟同事较劲，也不跟工作较劲，跟谁也不较劲。慢慢事儿就捋顺了，然后他还挺发达的，有什么提升的机会就找到他，他跟谁也没仇人，干事也认真，该干什么干什么，也不过分，也不多也不少，恰恰刚刚好。后来。几年以后，工作也特有成效。后来有一天，他们俩又碰上了以后，他们就去说：“你看我去了农村，你在城里留着还继续工作，咱俩走的是完全不同的路，听的是同样的一道经，取的是同一块金牌，咱俩走的是完全不同的路，这是怎么回事？这老道说的到底是什么意思？这不是骗人的吗？还是怎么回事？他们两个就不懂，就想回去老道那儿问去。后来他们俩就决定去问去吧。这一天他们就回去了，到老道那儿就把他们的生活都给讲了。我去了农村，发达了，好了，没事了。另一个讲，我没去农村，哪儿也没去，我还在那个工作，一动不动。也发达了，也好了。所以老道，我就记得你上一次道家大师，上一次您告诉我们，就这一碗饭，我们两个听了是同一样的话，同一个句子，取的是同一条真经，走的是完全不同的2条路，怎么最后的结果都是好的？ 老道就跟他听，最后说了一句：“只不过是不同的路。” Okay, now I will tell it in English, but that à la fin je vais faire en français. So there were two people. They stuck in their business. They just hate their job. They hate the situation they were in. They got stuck. So they went to a temple to ask the master. Ask the master. So I have problem. He has problem. So what can we do? Can you teach us something and say something? And then the master look at them, listen to them, monk, master, whatever ranking you give the monastery master. And the master said, only one bowl of rice. And then he left. The two of them was just sinking emoji, and sinking emoji 好半天, a big time. And finally they start to think, what does he mean? Maybe it means it's only a bowl of rice. Why do we care? So they decide that's the meaning by the master. One guy left his job, went to, he resigned and went to the countryside and plant trees, plant fruits, plant vegetable, and sell to the market. And his business was booming. And 2 years later, he became very well off because he has been in the city. He knows the relation. He knows the best technology. He learned the best way to make the best produce and have the best best marketing chain. So his business is just booming. And the other guy, on the other hand, didn't leave. He just stayed in his place. And he was not worried. It's only for a bowl of rice. Why do I bother? Not so important. So he's not angry with his boss. He does not hate his boss. He does not hate the job. He does his things. And whenever there is a need to do something, he does his things. And whenever it's time to finish, he left. He did just as if not so passionately, and put himself so much cornered. He just lived his life. And 2 years later, there is a few years later, there is opportunity to promote him, to get new training, and he became manager. He became a very well-off businessman. And a couple of years later, the two of them met. We listened to the master, the same word, the same sentence, and we parted exactly the different way. Why we have the same result, which is good? Does that means that the master is telling something true or not true? They just could not understand. So they went to the master again, went back to the temple and asked the master. The master said, listen. He listened. He didn't say anything. After some time, he said, only different paths. So that's the end of the story. Whatever way you take, once you have a goal, once you take it easy, once you have the right attitude, there is really no right or wrong. It depends on your character. That job is only for a bowl of rice. If you think you cannot live without it, and you are afraid of leaving it, keep on with it and lighten your heart. Do whatever you need to do and not too much than it. And if that thing, that job, is more than you can bear, you have to leave, then go your way. There will be new opportunities there. It's all about your attitude. There is no fixed way. Even the same sentence can be interpreted. Can be interpreted in very different way. Actually the same way, but very different paths. Do I have something I absolutely dislike? I do. In my job, there are things I absolutely dislike. And I do not have the wisdom to every time think this is just a bowl of rice. So this story really brings me back a lot of reflection. It's only for a bowl of rice. 只是一碗饭. It's only for a meal. It's only for a piece of bread. You can find another way to do it. You can eat it, or you can eat another piece of bread. It's not the end of the world. Whichever path, once you take it light, you have the right attitude, you have the lighted heart, you can get over it. And if you have a heavy heart and you squeeze yourself into that corner, you will live in this perpetual misery. And I was putting myself into that perpetual misery for a couple of days or a couple of minutes or hours. Wake up, think out, think lightly. That's the only way. Or maybe we cannot say that's the only way. To say that's the only way is by itself, by definition, by the virtue of this story, against the virtue of this story. There are many ways. Any way can be correct. Thank you very, very much. This is such a beautiful tea. I love it. And very pleasant. It's not strong at all. It's very, very good. It's on my Etsy shop. And maybe I will take picture with exactly this thing. Maybe a blue with blue. When I take picture, maybe I will use this piece of bluey paper. Let's see. Not bad, right? Not bad. Not bad. Tout est pas mal. Ouh, ça c'est pas mal. Okay. Bye bye friends. I love you. I really do. Do.